Okay, I made it to the trailhead. The roads were totally clear, totally fine. And yeah, it's supposed to be a little cold in the upper 30s and a little windy today. So let's see what happens. I'm at least gonna get to the lake, but I'm gonna try for all the way up to Tom, Dick, and Harry Mountain today. So let's see. Okay, trail update for you. So the beginning was really slick and icy with a lot of exposure. The sun just kind of made everything slick, but here in the canopy, it's very patchy. We got to about half a foot of snow, kind of off and on. Like over there, there was a lot more snow. Yeah, it's a lot warmer under here in the canopy. You can start to hear the wind pick up in the trees. So I'm expecting, oh yeah, here it is. So I'm expecting it to be a little windy up top, but yeah, we'll see. As they say, embrace the suck. One of my favorite things about studying forest succession and gap dynamics within canopies is the rhododendrons here in the Pacific Northwest. They're beautiful. They have these beautiful pink flowers in the summertime, and they stay green all year, so it's a beautiful pop of color. And they love the sun. We made it to the top of the hill. The snow is back. The sun is shining. It is so lovely. It's like the perfect temperature with the sun shining and the chill in the air. Oh, yes. All right, we'll be back for you, Tom, Dick, and Harry Mountain. Let's go. Alright, this is the make or break. This is where I fell through last time I tried to snowshoe here, or not snowshoe, I forgot my snowshoes. Last time I came here without snowshoes, this is where I fell through and my feet got wet and I just went home. So I'm gonna be careful, let's see how it goes. So far we're holding strong, but it's very wet down there. So let's not fall through. Well, I'm gonna call it and turn around. I'm not risking it for the biscuit. I literally have to turn that corner and I'm done, but these are flooded. Alright, Tom, Dick, and Harry Mountain. Here we go. The wind is starting to pick up, so let's see what happens, huh? Yep, same. Yeah, we've been climbing. There's a ridge over yonder. Just head through the trees. Hello, I'll see you soon, honey. Well, I was climbing up elevation and we ran out of snow. So I don't really know what to do here. I think I'm gonna stop and take these spikes off. I guess I could just put them back on when snow comes back, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back, but I don't know. I want to keep these guys in good shape. Oh, goodness. While I'm not battling an uphill climb and there's no snow to mess with, I thought now would be a good time to talk to you guys a little bit about a safety aspect that has been on my mind today, and that is wind and trees. If you're hiking in a canopy, especially here where there's a lot of old growth and lots of woody debris, that means that things fall. So it's important to keep your headphones out, to keep your ears open for snapping or cracking or excessive rubbing, popping, things like that. Working in the outdoors, we took that very seriously. You know, we wore hard hats. If there's ever wind and you're working in the canopy, stuff like that. So it's just something to keep in mind. Pro tip, if you're outdoors, especially in the Columbia River Gorge or up here on mountains where they really catch the wind and funnel the wind. It's just something to keep in mind. Hey, tips with Fern. Well, I'm running into the same problem of a little bit of snow and a lot of bit of mud. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these spikes off before I bend something. Oh, break time. All right, let's see how long until I have to put these bad boys back on. Guess I'll just carry them. And yeah, we'll see. She's finally flattening out. She's beautiful. It's warming up quick. It's a lovely day. Oh, I'm almost to the rock cairn. I forgot about this guy. This big rock cairn here. I gotta take some of these layers off. I'm dying. I'm about halfway done with the climb. Shedding some layers. Oh, it is gorgeous up here on this ridge. Bluebird day. I can't wait. The views are going to be amazing. And you know what? I bet all the mountains are going to be out. I looked at my map. I realized I'm almost to the false summit, which is only about, I think, like 0.4 miles to the actual summit. So if I could get to the false summit and just have some lunch, I'd be pretty okay with that, depending, because the wind is starting to pick up pretty nice here. So in the exposed area, you know, I don't want to get caught in the exposed area if wind gusts get up to like 30, 35 miles per hour. So I'm just gonna see how it is, get my pictures. I might bail down here into one of these little snow-free patches, maybe have some lunch, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm almost there, so I figured I'd take the time, take a little potty break, get a drink of water, shed a layer, because it's warm. It's like some weird inversion thing this winter. It is warm up here. Whew, but yeah, I'll report back. All right, just around that corner, I'll be at the false summit with the beautiful mountain view. And I've been told by 2 groups now that it is quote-unquote kind of messed up there. So the wind is already picking up like crazy. Put all my layers back on. I heard it was very brisk. So let's see. Let's give it a try for ourselves, huh? Needless to say, that was messed up. Whew. I almost got the phone blown right out of my hands with a death grip. The hat almost blew off my head. Sunglasses almost blew off. So, needless to say, I'm gonna come down here and find a spot to make some lunch. Alright, I think this is the biggest patch without a bunch of snow, so looks like this is lunch. Tragedy. Tragedy. I ran out of fuel, but it was almost boiling, so I put it in. But I've sprung a leak. There's been a breach. There's a breach. Oh, I gotta try to eat this quick. God dang it. Just my luck. Well, you may have heard of cold soaking, which is when you don't bring a stove on a through hike and you soak all your food in cold water over time. But have you heard of a lukewarm soak, where it's just warm enough that it can heat up your noodles quickly, but it's cold enough that it's very unpleasant to eat noodles this way? That's what I'm dealing with. They're a little crunchy. Al dente, I think, is what it's. Al dente, yeah. Okay, had lunch, packed up, got all my stuff back on. I don't know about you, but when I eat lunch, I don't know, my body just gets cold again. It's like it's diverting the energy to digestion, so it's like my limbs just get cold again. But yeah, I'm sure I'll regret it here in a second once I get my legs moving and body heat and all that, but for now, I'll stay nice and cozy. But yeah, I got about 4 miles downhill, all downhill, back to the car. So yeah, we'll report. Feels so good to take these damn crampons off. I was all pussyfooting in the mud, and I'm like, you know what? I remember this stretch. Not a lot of snow for like a mile, I think. Then when you get back down to the lake, I'll put them back on. I just got so tired of taking them off and putting them back on, taking them off and putting them back on. Screw it. Danger. I am cruising on my feet, feeling great. I think I have about 2 miles left until I get back to my car. Feels beautiful. It smells good, the air is crisp, going downhill all the way. My hips are open, my legs are going. It's just, everything is as it should be at this moment. Don't you just love that? Gosh. Yeah, I'm just cruising. I've passed 2 families and a couple with a dog, and I'm just like going. So, yeah, I think I'm ready for that after hike beer and some kind of sustenance. Yeah, that ramen, it's delicious, but I didn't cut it. So, I'm ready for like a beer and a burg or something. So, there's a rock there. Oh, careful. I guess you have to go a little slow going down. You don't want to trip on a rock and tumble down the hill. Gosh. Alright, I'll check in later. Alright, made it. Here's the highway. Almost there. Whew. Well, I made it back to the car. Whew. Got a little sweaty coming back in. Oh, what a lovely day. I clocked at about 8.25 miles and 1,637 feet elevation gain for today. So, not too bad, not too bad. Alright. I'm gonna go get myself a beverage. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you like, subscribe, do all the silly stuff, and follow me on Instagram for more of my photography. I'll see you out there.